Hey, what up, everyone? We're here, Model Talk Mondays. It is Monday, and I'm so excited to be here with the one and only Anthony Keeling. Big ball of energy, amazing person. I actually met him at a casting that we had together. We actually booked that job. But it's not about us today, it's about Anthony. And Anthony, take us through your story. How'd you get to New York, my man?
So I had a really, I would say, untraditional journey to New York. I'm not like a lot of models here. I went to college and I got a degree at the University of Georgia. Go Dogs. I was a cheerleader and I ran track in college. I've always been an athlete. But after my undergrad, I was like, well, I think I want to go to school for medicine now. Then I started taking photos and I was like, well, maybe like I could make money doing this. So then I moved to Nashville and I was a cheerleader there for the Tennessee Titans. I cheered in the NFL for a season and a half.
That's awesome.
And then right there, it was a blast. It was so much fun. I love to perform. So, but in the middle of that season, things didn't start going well for me down at my team that I was cheering at. And I asked my agent, I was like, what if I could go be a big model in New York? Literally, like a week later, we went up to New York, signed the contract, and that was it. Now we're here.
Hey, now he's here. Big ball energy, like I said. So, how long have you been modeling for, man?
So I've only been modeling in what I call like the big leagues, like 2 years. So that's a lot, like less time than a lot of my friends and fellow models up here have been doing it. But I've learned a lot in just 2 years, and I've gotten a lot of experience in just 2 years, and gotten to travel to a lot of cool places, work for a lot of cool clients. So it's been a short time but crazy time for sure.
That's awesome, my man. And as a new model being in the industry, what advice can you give to those other new models that are new? How do they get there? How do they get signed? Like, what is it?
Yeah, absolutely. So like Dom said, I'm still relatively new to the industry compared to a lot of our veteran fellow models at the agency and from other agencies and whatnot. The number one thing that I would mention when you're starting, especially, is just to be patient. Be so patient. When I signed my contract, I was like, well, I signed a big contract. I should be starting rolling in the money now, and that's just not how it is. And I was very lucky to start booking a bunch of jobs really quickly, but not everybody's in that position. So obviously you hope you book a ton when you start, but if not, just be patient and keep doing everything that you can control, because the agents are already working their asses off for you if you have a good one. And if you have a good one, they're already doing their best. So as long as you're doing your best, then everything's gonna work out. I like live and breathe by that. I kind of practice the notion of making my own luck, which I like to just work my ass off behind the scenes so that when I do get to that casting or that job, the hay is already pretty much in the barn for me. I know I've done everything I can do, and I wouldn't be in that position if I didn't deserve it. So it helps when you work your ass off and just kind of like let the universe handle the rest for you, but just be patient and just have fun with it. Honestly, it's such a cool job. It's a very unique job that not a lot of people get to do. And once you rise to like the higher levels of it, there's no limit to what you can do.
Absolutely, my man. Look at that. 2 years in, you already sound like a vet. Speaking of 2 years, he already has a lot of accolades under his belt. What are some of the biggest accomplishments you've done this far, 3 to 5?
Yeah, absolutely. My number one biggest accomplishment that I would say was signing my contract with Wilhelmina Models. That was something that I had been wanting to do since I was a little boy. Even when you grow up, I grew up, well, I don't know if y'all did, I was an America's Next Top Model kid. I watched that show, the big prize was like, you got the Wilhelmina contract. So like, that was literally it. So like, when I got the opportunity, I'm like, Willie wants me? Like, there's no way. Anyway, but I came up here, signed it. That was the best day of my life, October 4th, 2023. I'll never forget it.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
Yeah, for sure. I would say my next biggest accomplishment was my first global campaign with Reebok. That was the first, that was like the first time when I was like, holy shit, I'm a real model. But yeah, my first global campaign, it's in every Walmart in the world. I had friends from every single continent sending it to me. Oh shit, you're in my Walmart at home.
I gives me chills.
Yeah, dude, it was crazy. And I just it was my first big job that I'd ever booked too. Like my first big job that I ever booked through the Block Agency. Shout out Mark Block.
Yeah, he's great.
He works for both, or we both work for him. But yeah, my first big job ever, and it was in every Walmart in the world. So I was like, whew, that's a lot. And then I would say just my third biggest accomplishment was just picking up everything I had and moving to New York to do what I wanted to do. I think that a lot of people are capable, honestly, but never take the leap of faith or just never do it. And like, I knew that when I wanted to do it, I was like, this is it. Like, this is what I gotta do. And yeah, just I would say that's one of my biggest accomplishments, just believing in myself and having the courage to get up and do it, and then having it work out double the times better than I thought it would initially.
It's just incredible, bro.
Yeah.
The energy is crazy. You keep that up with you, my man. And what are the agencies you're signed with? Are you more than one, obviously?
Yes, I'm signed. So I'm signed, I guess, in 7 different markets. So Nashville, Denver. It's been a fun time. It's been about 2 years. Yes, I am signed to multiple agencies in multiple different markets. So in Nashville, Denver, and Austin, I'm with the Block agency. I'm represented by Mark Block. We both are. And then here in New York and in Miami, I'm signed by Wilhelmina Models. And then in Chicago, I'm signed by Option 1 Models. And yeah, that's pretty much my setup right there.
That is huge, bro.
Yeah.
And how's it feel? I mean, coming out here with a dream, you were a cheerleader to model. I mean,
I'm on top of the world. It's kind of scary because you're like, I've been like doing really well since I got out here. You're like, well, I wonder when it's gonna but for me, it's just straight up. I know as long as I keep doing my part and surrounding myself with the people that I'm supposed to be with, then I'll end up in good shape. Literally, me and Dom met at a casting and we booked the job. I mean, obviously, I think we're pretty guys, but we booked the job because we were just a good time and a good vibe. And they brought us back, literally told us the next day. They were like, yeah, we're just gonna bring them back, the ones that were here having a good time. So yeah, I think you can do whatever you put your mind to as long as you work your ass off. Don't let people tell you that you don't have enough experience, that 2 years is too short, that you're not good enough, you don't look good enough. Just go for it. Do what you can do.
Right.
Yeah.
Another good question for you. I mean, at castings, that's something that is big in the modeling industry. We go to castings, we hope to book the job. Now, you booking the jobs you book, what tips can you give to models in the industry to help them book these jobs? I mean, what does it take to book jobs or
That's a good
close a
question.
casting?
Absolutely, yeah. It is a funny thing. You see people on Instagram and they're like, oh, I'm a model. Not everybody's a working model. So like booking a job is like the different, booking the job is how you make the money. So yeah, that is a really important point. Like, it's not really cool being a model if you're not getting paid to do the things that you're doing. So I would say everybody's different, but what has worked really well for me when it comes to booking jobs is, what has worked well for me, like when it comes to going to a casting, is I smile as much as possible. I try to go be a vibe. If I have friends there, I go talk to them, dap them up. Not just because like I want the producers and everyone to know that I have friends in the industry too, or that I'm like there to be social, but because like you want to work with someone that is a good vibe on set. I've gotten clients that will just bring me back for the same job just because they enjoyed like hanging out. Yeah, like it really makes the day go by so much quicker while you're working. If you're a model and you're looking to book that job, go to that casting and be the happiest one there, smile as much as you can, and just do your best to really leave an impression on everyone, a good impression on everybody.
Yeah.
You can't leave a bad one. Yes. Go in there trying to, think you're better than everyone. Just go in there, smile, and the haters in the barn, let them know that you would be a great fit for them. Like, obviously, you would love to work for the client, but like, you bring a lot to the table too and know what you bring to the table. I would say I book a lot of jobs because I have skills that I know other boys don't have. So like, I was a cheerleader, I do a lot of flips, I can stand on my hands, I can spin on my head, I can do different things like that. Have skills that other boys don't have, because everyone at this level is already pretty. So you can't really beat the next person out by not having skills.
Very true.
So
very true.
like we've had castings where we had to dance. We don't, we're not like really dancing, but like we had to dance or whatever, and you just gotta keep doing it, embarrass yourself, whatever. But I booked that job.
Yeah.
I remember. I booked that job.
And that was the thing. It was like when we were shooting together, it was like, yo, you just started doing walking on your hands and doing these backflips. I'm like, all right,
Whip it
I
out.
can't do that. We'll let Anthony take over.
No, absolutely. Any skills that make you special and make you special,
Show them.
leverage them. Yeah, leverage them. Don't hold them back, because you don't want to walk out of that casting being like, oh, I wish I would have done this trick. No, do it right then. Don't regret it, and then move on. You either get the job or you don't.
That's it. Like you said, bring everything you have to the table, be you, and just crush it. And like you said, the look, everyone has a great look. There's so many beautiful people in the world. But what really kills it is the personality and just smile. I mean, that's so important. Let these casting directors know who it is that's in the room. And one more thing, aside from modeling, I love everything you've been telling us. 2 years in the making, keep crushing, my bro. Now, aside from modeling, what else do you do? Like, what's something that you do for work or something else you stay busy at?
Yeah, modeling, it can be very hot and cold, up and down. It's important that you have other ways that you like to make money. I like to honestly keep my hand in a lot, but for example, I have a part-time job. I teach at Barry's. It's a group fitness studio where I just teach people how to run fast and lift heavy weights, and I play good music. It's like a big club, but like healthy. I would say.
Keeps you fit.
Yeah, I was been asking about it. But yeah, it's a great time. Come take class if you haven't already. I have my own personal training business where I train clients privately and teach people just how to build their bodies and get stronger and accomplish whatever fitness goals or personal goals that they have. That aligns really well with my work as a model because a lot of my jobs are fitness modeling jobs. Working out is my job at work and at my other work, so it's like, it works out. Not to sound like that's all I do. I like to, I'm a big social butterfly. I don't really shut up ever. Yeah, we're kind of like, not get along. Yeah. So I like to go out, have fun, literally just be on the scene. I'm a big live music junkie, so I enjoy doing that. The opportunities are honestly endless. Pro tip as a model, don't say no to anything. You're gonna get invited to the most random event or just function, and like it might sound kind of like, oh, but you're gonna meet that one person that will put you in a room that you would have never been able to get into otherwise. So just say yes and just you know, have a good time with it. I think that's what everything for me is like. I wish more people operated off of a fun meter. Like if it's fun, I do it. So yeah.
Yeah, I love it. Look at that. Yeah. Positive vibes all around. He's been in the game for a little over 2 years now. He is crushing it. Keep following Anthony. Go to Barry's Boot Camp, get fit. He is one of the best trainers out here in New York. And thank you so much for being a part of it, my brother. You're the freaking man. Keep crushing it.
Love it.
All right, let's go, baby.